Cost-effective GPS tracking system for various enterprises, including taxi services, trucking and logistics services, and kinds of those transportation services. So basically, the problem is currently the taxi drivers are actually their agency owners, and those kinds of things happening in the transportation industry. So people go here and there, the drivers go here and there by spending the money of the owners. So we will have to carbon tracker is our system. We will have a GPS tracking unit fixed to a vehicle, and we will track those vehicles integrated into our web system. So all those tasks can be tracked by using our system. So basically, our target customers are taxi companies and operators, hotels and travel agencies, car rental services, vehicle owners. So benefits of our package prevents fraudulent claims and reduces fuel and maintenance costs, reduces delays and time spent for unauthorized location security. Okay, thank you.
In present time, we have to study, we have to submit assignments, we got a lot of books, those things, right? Let's say we can go to the online education. When we go to the online education, we don't want to go to school. But thing is, if we don't go to the school, we cannot make a community. That's the philosophy of education. Then we can get smart things with online education and free smart devices in classroom, school classrooms and education institutes. Then we can increase the interaction between education and students. And no assignment, no mid-term exams, system can evaluate each and every student individually, and teachers can make their lessons on the platform. That when this institution buy the product, they can increase their number of students, then they can make huge market, the students market. That's mine.
Hi, I'm Nilani from Team Vero. Think for a while. If you are suffering from several diseases and you are consulting several doctors for health concerns, so how do you actually manage your health records? We know for sure, keeping track of your medical records when your medical information is in multiple places or in a format that is difficult to maintain will be a really hard job for us. That's why we came up with an idea to implement a mobile app where you can keep all your medical records in one place. Through this app, you will be able to get your lab reports straightly from the laboratory without even going to those places. And think if you were admitted to a hospital under critical conditions, and at a glance on this app, the doctors will be able to prepare their treatment by considering your medical history through this app. So I think keeping your medical history on your pocket and taking it wherever you go will be great for you. Thank you.
What's the name?
Startup.
Idea is wired for Startup.
Like work here. Hi everyone. I can share my story about what problem we have facing. People, most of the time people forget the things they want to buy because they very busy life. They have to spend a lot of time with their their work and they forgot quite things they want. My practical experience, I had forgot things to buy when my mother told to buy. Solution we are going to provide is a mobile application to help the consumers to find the things they want in a place. This is how it's going to work. Users need to have to enter the item you want to buy and put it into his mobile phone and walk anywhere. Once the person reaches to any place that the items that he wants is available nearby him, the mobile phone we can say, hey, I found a nice place around nearby you to buy the item you want, and he can go and do.
Good afternoon everyone, I'm Shyam from the team Low Division. I'm here to address one problem in the Sri Lankan education system. As you all may know, tutoring plays a major role in the Sri Lankan education system. However, one problem that we encounter is the distribution and the availability of resources around the island. So we are here to address that issue through a creation of a web portal which provides e-learning opportunities across the island. As there are many solutions around the world, such as MIT OpenCourseWare as well as Sri Lanka's Etisalat's Web Pathshala, our solution is unique as it provides an interactive learning environment for the students from any part of the island to interact with any student anywhere in the island. So our main target group is school students, and as knowledge providers, we are hoping to target the group of university undergraduates who are very well willing to provide their knowledge, but they don't have a specific platform where they get the environment to provide their knowledge. Thank you.
Hello everyone. So let me just ask you, have you ever taken your car to the service station and been cheated by the technician? I don't know if you've experienced it. Or think of a situation where you've gone to buy a second-hand car, but the dealer says, wow, this is awesome, this is great, but in a few days you realize that you actually bought a piece of crap. Or think of a situation where you're stuck in the middle of nowhere, your car is broken down, and you think, if only I had just known this or that about the car, this would never have happened. So yeah, this is a huge problem. Not knowing about your car, this can be a huge problem. So that's why we, as EA team, decided to come up with a solution for this in the form of a mobile application. So we decided to name this Car Talk because essentially this is what you do. You talk directly with your car. So what happens is the mobile application, through the mobile application, you can directly communicate with your car, and you can get details such as about the engine, fuel consumption, and things like driver patterns. So this will help to overcome the situations I just mentioned before. And also, as a secondary objective, we also have an idea of bringing in a ranking system for drivers to keep things more interactive. So all in all, I think this is a great idea, and it will help promote safe and eco-friendly driving. So I invite you for your feedback.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Vidushan from Team Radhui. How many of you have gone to a restaurant and waited for a minimum of 30 to 45 minutes just to get your food back? Until then, you would just be staring at the menu counter. So what as a team that we are going to propose is, why not develop a game so that while you're waiting, you could connect with your friends, you could play the game, and the game would be customized to that restaurant so that you get to know the history and the services provided by the restaurant. And this game you don't have to install in your mobile phone. You could simply connect to the Wi-Fi and you can play the game through the browser. And we are very much interested in the latest technology because that might be helpful for us to implement this idea. So like this, we believe that in this current world, customers need an innovative, different experience. So as a gamification company, we are trying to provide innovative gamification strategies and solutions for services like this for customers to involve more. Thank you.
Hi. Good evening and welcome everybody, ladies and gentlemen. I am Charter from Charter Group. Let me ask you questions from you. I know you are very busy guys. You carry your laptops, your iPads or your mobile phones, tablets along with you. What happens if you forget your charger carry with you? So your entire day will be a mess. So, and if you have a charger but you are unable to find a compatible plug, what happens if you are unable to get charge your device? And even think you have compatible plug point and you have your charger. But you have the stick near to the wall until you get a charge. That's a big problem. So we know that we have a problem in our own mind. And so we have a solution, that's the Y charger. It's completely wireless charging mechanism that can be adaptable with any device and will be a great revolution in the world. So we are providing Y hotspot and then you can get charged. Thank you very much.
Hi Lisa. By the time a tourist gets to Colombo from the Bandar Naik International Airport, how many times has the tourist got cheated? Once or multiple times? My instructor has been here for a week and got cheated twice by a taxi driver. Where is the ethical value? Our solution is a mobile platform where we integrate all the transport methods, a fair pricing scheme, and we assure if you purchase a ticket, you get a seat and you would not be standing right throughout a journey. We also want to make sure the bus driver and the bus owner understands that you can make money by being ethical. Our first move is by introducing the first ever online bus ticket reservation system. We have a seating plan where you want a window seat or a center seat. Depends according to your need and your wants. This application creates a better experience, it's convenient and it's time saving. Thank you.
Hello, I am Samarika from Dubai. What we are going to address is something related to our university environment. When we are getting to university as newcomers, none of us really have any kind of boarding place. Only 15% of the students will have their boarding places for hostel facilities. And what will happen to the other remaining 85%? They are calling here and there, they are asking for their neighbors and they are asking for their relations, such like that. What we are going to address this problem. And for that, I think this year, none of solutions created for this kind of problem. What we are going to create is a web portal and also regarding something technology using USDT technology and create a solution for that. And within this solution, we will be able to find approximately about 2,000 university newcomer students and around 300 boarding place only.
To be or not to be, that is the question, says Shakespeare, but most probably a question that you have in your mind when you get together with a group, finding trouble to get to know each other. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the solution. Simple, just take your phone now, launch our app, just add your interest, maybe the favorite movie, favorite artist, so on and so forth, and it will find you people who are having same interests around you. But the problem, the others have to have the app with them. That's where we need your support. The higher the number of subscribers, the flexibility we have of the market. Ladies and gentlemen, after you getting to know, you reach them, talk to them, connect them. But my team have not invested a sweat in this. It's our blood. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Rivera signing off.
Alright, next we have Stacey presenting a new idea called Kaggle.
Hi everyone, I am Lahiru from Team Buddy Up and we are here to save your time. So, let's take a story. You know, the girl next door, you have a crush on her. She is sick. You get her a doctor, she dies. That was a bad doctor. Okay? So what if you knew the right doctor to save her? Okay? This is what we are going to do. We are going to link the best expertise so that you can find them easily based on community rating and location so that you have the most accessible, best person to get your job done. Publish your service, provide your service, get feedback. When you look at the competition around you using this service, you will be able to improve yourself to become the best, to stand out from the rest. Find skilled and unskilled labor to get your job done. If you want to save your time and your girlfriend, join us in our endeavor. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Live signing off.
75%, according to a research, of people eat fast food in a restaurant. What is the problem? The problem is people don't, when you get to the restaurant, people don't know the food and the quality when they get there. They end up saying, if I only knew, I wouldn't have ordered the chicken. If I knew, I would have ordered the potato. Our solution is simple. We build an app that gives you a live update of everything happening in the restaurant. What do? When you get to the restaurant, based on that location, you update a live stream of everything that you're doing. So someone else who is coming will know in hand on what restaurant to go and make a decision. Our community is to build a more hygienic society. Thank you very much.
Next we have Abstract Eyes presenting Global Deposit.
Good evening, I'm Natasha Vinodana from Abstract Eyes. If you have 1,000 rupees in your hand, would you go to bank to deposit that amount? Answer will be negative. In this busy world, it is very inconvenient to find time to go to a bank and deposit amounts like 100, 1,000 or 500 bucks. So we come up with a solution where you can deposit money through hours and time saving. Through this, both the depositor and the banker will get benefited by the convenience and allowing them to deposit even smaller amounts and influencing them to deposit more frequently. From the perspective of the bank, they will get more savings. In brief, this is the idea. In later sessions, we can talk about this in detail. Thank you.
Next we have the same team presenting Bandit Techie.
Few days back, I was in search of a plumber, an electrician, a mechanic for some domestic work which was there at my home. But since I did not have any contacts, as you all do, I Googled it first. Then I went out to my neighbors to see whether I can find the right contact to get my job done. To tell you, even after trying for more than 2 days, I still couldn't find the right technician to get my job done. So as a company, we saw that there is a huge potential market to be addressed. So we came up with a solution to bring those two parties together. The people who have the technical skills like plumbers, the electricians, the mechanics, who are always out there to give their support, as well as the consumers who are always willing to get the best out of them. So that is our idea. And
Next we have Vidya presenting dyslexia therapy training.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. From Albert Einstein to Thomas Alva Edison, from Winston Churchill to George Washington, they have one thing in common. They are dyslexic. Dyslexic is learning difficulties in them, but the sad thing is they don't have any magical treatment for them. So we are coming with an application that has the content that includes therapy and the game sessions. In the world, there are 6% are dyslexic. So we have a huge global market. If you look over in Sri Lanka, on a survey done by government in 2003, there are 13,000 dyslexic students, which could be treated otherwise can be a great leader in the nation. So there's a huge market, and we're looking forward to work with a neurologist in Sri Lanka to make a much needed application. So we're moving forward and looking for your constructive feedback. Thank you.
Next we have the same team presenting a new idea, Family Task Reminder.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Parnaratna, presenting Team Vidya. Yesterday I was blamed by my mother because I forgot to remember her to this AGOP. I forgot it because I was really busy. I am pretty sure you all of guys have faced kind of things with your family members. So, what if there is an application which helps you to remember every important thing of your life, not only yours but your family members? 30% of world population are currently live outside of the home. So, those population will be our target audience. 140 years ago, Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone to connect people, and ours stands to connect modern families. Because of some social impacts, there are a lot of people who have been separated geographically, but they should never be separated from their board. That's why my team and I propose in their project My Family.
How much of poor people starving in a corner of my country, while we are tasting the most delicious foods in the world. So it's not about how much you give, it's all about how much love you put into giving. So here at DOC, this is an ethical tourism platform which promotes so many jobs for poor people who live in remote areas. So this creates a wide range of jobs, even unskilled laborers to become self-exporters, like skilled crafters to perform in a cultural show, or to play a musical instrument, or to work in a hotel lodge. So this is how it works. Suppose I'm with a tourist, she's not much fancy, so she's willing to visit Sri Lanka, and she'll be accommodating with a rural family in Sri Lanka, and she'll be experiencing the most genuine traditions and cultures in Sri Lanka. She'll be tasting the typical Sri Lankan cuisine, or she'll be buying the craft items made by the poor people, and so she will have a great experience. So I'd be more grateful if you could introduce me someone who is willing and who is interested about ethical tourism. Thank you.
Is not how you think you look, it's how others think you look. And that's the most important thing. A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce myself. I'm Praveen Samalakon, representing Team Alpha Q. So, when I buy t-shirts, or when I'm going to buy denim, when I go alone, I can only choose one in the entire shop. And even when I buy that, and when I wear that when I go out, if one of my friends says, you don't look good wearing that, I put it in my cupboard, a separate space where I have the t-shirts which I do not wear ever again. And I know right here there are others who feel the same way. So if there was a way to make decisions with help from others, it would be awesome. And that's what we want to present. An augmented retail experience where you integrate social media, where you can take out your smartphone and you can find out by just scanning that t-shirt how many people have bought it, how many people have liked it, the reviews that they've given, everything right there in your phone. You can make a learned decision. And that's what we want to bring to you today. Thank you very much.
Next we have the same team presenting their second idea, the stock market app.
A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How many do you think in this room have invested in the stock market? The answer would be, most of them haven't. And the reasons would be, either they are afraid or they do not have the necessary knowledge to go forward. So we provide you with a simple application which is safe, secure, with a virtual learning experience, not only increasing their knowledge about software, about the stock market, but also increasing their confidence to invest with their very own money. So what differentiates us? We bring to the table predictions. We run our own smart algorithm to predict upon the changes of stock market, as well as we bring to them the desk research done by different stockbrokers in Sri Lanka, giving them a competitive advantage over other investors, giving them higher rate of success on the return on the investments. So I look forward to having all your valuable thoughts and comments to take this idea to the next level. I am Rajat Perez from Team Alpha.
Good evening. Would you like to be waited upon your order to be delivered to your home? Personally, I don't like it. I think you don't need it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am Ramesh Rangan from Team Alpha Q. We are here to present you this idea. Say, currently, in current market, restaurants lose their customers because they don't have an efficient delivery tracking system. So, we are here to provide an efficient solution. We are going to provide a GPS-based tracking system for the restaurants and the customers with the tracking code, where restaurants will attract more customers and they will earn more profit. So ladies and gentlemen,
next we have child safety tracker.
How many of you have had the experience of having been lost while you were a kid when you were out with your parents somewhere? It would haunt any kid, right? Kids are curious. They become so curious, at times they go out of bounds and often out of reach of their parents. It's not the fault of the kid, it's not the fault of the parent. And it's not healthy to limit and harness the curiosity of the kid because it can become powerful in the future. So what's the big solution here? What I'm here to suggest is a wearable device that has a small GPS tracker inside and a wearable technology aided device that the child would want. Everyone is going to need one in the future for these reasons. A kid is going to need one because it's ergonomically engineered and it's so cool to wear, and for the psychological reasons that the insurance companies play with. You're not betting that your car is going to crash in an accident, but you still pay your premiums. You're not going to bet that your child is going to get lost, but you still want one of these devices. Wearable technology is the future, your kid is your future. Let the futures meet, let us make the most out of the future. Thank you.
I am Tandu. We are from Bichapti. The current loyalty point scheme in Sri Lanka is limited for high-scale businesses. And the medium-scale businesses cannot have their own loyalty point scheme because their network is small. And customer perspective, they have to earn and redeem points from the same shop. And they don't know how much points they have earned and they are valid. And they have to wait a long time to redeem their points. Maybe a seasonal offer and end of the year. So we are introducing a network of medium-scale businesses so they can manage their own loyalty point scheme within the network. And we are encouraging for the consumers to redeem points within a short time period by impulsive buying and the gamification method. So if you are using our application, you can earn points from your favorite textile shop and you can redeem for nice food at your favorite.
Next we have safety presenting healthcare solutions.
I from team discharge. So if I ask you, do you concern about your health? The obvious answer would be yes. But if I say 1 out of 5 of us suffering from diabetes and 1 out of 7 of us suffering from cholesterol among us, that's a tragedy, but that's the real situation. So why all this? This is all because of our busy daily routine. This has resulted in our unbalanced diet. Look here, we are all addicted to fast food. We can't get rid of that either. So what are we supposed to do? So just think for a moment. If you have a closest friend who would suggest you what to eat, when to eat and where to eat, even if that is fast food, that will be the ideal solution and you will be much relieved. That's so. So that's our solution. That's our solution, Diet Master. It will definitely track your daily routine and also your calorie consumption and it suggests you a much better and healthier diet and also a much healthier lifestyle as well. So this app is based on a game so that you will be much motivated and excited to use the app and it will automatically make your life much better. So thank you.
Alright, for everybody presented. We're going to take a little break right here. We're going to go ahead and calculate all of the rankings that the judges have decided. After the judges submit their forms and as you guys discussed, we're going to go ahead and submit who the top 15 were. We're going to do it jury style. And those top 15 ideas will get represented. And then Oscar will get down to 5, 2, and then 1. At the break for all of you guys can feel free to discuss.
The problem that we try to address today was the difficulties that the patients faced during keeping track about their medical histories. That's why we thought of implementing a mobile app where they can keep all their medical records, including the prescriptions given by doctors and their blood reports and all those reports in one place so that they can carry it easily wherever they go. Through this app, we are trying to provide the facility to the users by getting their reports without even going to the laboratories. And a point that we try to highlight here is the advantage the patients get if they have faced a critical incident and admitted to a hospital. The doctors won't need to run tests on them to identify about their medical history. So we thought this app will be a great thing. Thank you.
How many of you have watched Hindi movie Tare Zameen Par? I hope you do. It's all about dyslexia. Here we are talking about the need, but I am talking about the problem. Do you know that dyslexia represents 6% of the population in the world, and in Sri Lanka it represents 13,000 dyslexic children. And even I already told that Albert Einstein and Thomas Alva Edison, they were dyslexic. Even if talk about Sri Lanka, if a child with children time, we can have next Einstein in Sri Lanka, we can have next Winston Churchill in Sri Lanka. So I'm talking about the problem, and our solution is addressing on the application that with our application, children can interact with a game, we're interacting with the pronunciations, we're helping them to identify the letters. So ladies and gentlemen, it represents a huge global market. Our target is doctors, our target is parents, those parents who are depressed of the children. So I'm talking about the problem, I'm talking about addressing the problem, not the need, signing up for them. Thank you.
Next we have this chap representing their healthcare solution.
Hello everyone, once again I'm Amali from this chat team. So again I'm asking the question. So you all care about your health, right? So that's obvious answer. But suppose you rule a busy life. But hello everyone, I'm Amali from this chat team. So once again I'm asking you the question. So suppose you're all concerned about your health, but you know that one of five of us suffer from cholesterol, and 1 of 6 of us suffer from diabetes. That's obvious. That's for obvious reasons. We all rule a busy life, and we don't have time to concern about your diet as well. So look here, we all are addicted to fast food. So what are we supposed to do? But just think for a moment. If you have a closest friend who would suggest you what to eat, when to eat, and where to eat, even that is fast food, but much in a much healthier way. So that's our solution. That's what made us sort of diet master. So this diet master is a simple plan which will tell you based on your calorie consumption as well as on your lifestyle, based on your lifestyle. It will mention you how to and suggest you how to take your diet. Simple as that, and it's a game based on a game. So you'll be much motivated. Thank you.
Next we have Travel Pass representing the Georgia.
Hi, Elsa. By the time a tourist gets to Colombo from the Bandar Naik International Airport, how many times has the tourist got cheated? Once or multiple times? My instructor has been here for a week and got cheated twice by a taxi driver. Our solution is integrating all the transportation methods into one platform. A fair pricing scheme, and we guarantee that if you purchase a ticket, be assured that you get a seat and you would not be standing right throughout the journey. And also, we want to make sure that the bus driver and the owner should understand that he could make money ethically. Our first motive is to enter introducing the first ever bus ticket reservation system. It has a seating plan where you could choose a window seat or the center seat. It depends on your choice, your needs and your wants. This application has a better experience, convenience and time saving. Thank you.
Next we have Team Goya representing the boarding place finder.
Hi all, once again I am Sangareka from Group Kenya. And the thing I think you will be able to remember, we were thinking about creating a boarding place finder. Regarding that, actually we are facing a lot of problems when we are going to find a boarding place within university and around the university. What we are going to do is, there are about 300 boarding owners who has registered within the University of Moldova. And also there are some places who still didn't register. And regarding this, we are going to create a web portal that they can register within our website. And then we are going to give a USB technology solution for them that students can give you a kind of code for students. They can send the students, they can send the code, and then they will be able to find what are the boarding places available according to their solution. That's our solution for that.
Next we have Alpha Q representing Child Safety Tracker.
Going towards something different.
Yes.
Right?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. All of us have passed the stage of being kids. As kids, we would have been so curious. At times, we would have been able to surpass certain rules that were imposed on us. We would have wanted to surpass the borders and go and explore more. All kids are curious, and it's not healthy to harness the curiosity. So what is the solution to not lose your kids and not harness their curiosity? The only way possible is knowing where they are at any time possible. This solution that we are going to suggest is a wearable technology-aided device that a kid can wear, and a kid would love to wear one because it's carefully engineered in terms of ergonomics, as well as it would notify the parent when the kid goes out of bounds. And everyone in the world is going to need one because the insurance corporations, for saying, play with our minds with this psychological perspective. You're not going to bet that your car is going to crash in an accident, but you definitely pay your premium, right? The same with kids. If you are so mindful about your car safety, how mindful would you be about your child's safety? The child is your future, and wearable technology is the future of computers. Let the two futures meet, and let us make the most out of the future. Thank you, ladies.
Next we have Alpha Q, representing Authentic Retail Experience.
Get back into the introduction, I'll just go a little bit more about it. So basically, what we are proposing is like a social media, a small social network for fashion. So every fashion accessory has its own unique ID. So let's say there is a QR code, just hypothetically a QR code on each fashion accessory. You just take, scan it, and voila. You basically get everything about it. How many people have bought it, how many people have liked it, how many people have rated it, what others think about it. So you still get the full experience of doing the retail fashion. You go there into the changing room, you put on the shirt and you get the real experience. You touch the shirt and you know what it is, but you're making a learner decision. And when you make a learner decision, you actually like fashion more, and you get into fashion more. And therefore, you will wear and you will love what you wear. And thereby, you will start buying more. So the retail apparel industry will grow, as well as everyone will love the act of buying shirts or trousers or whatever they want to buy in the clothing store. So essentially what we are proposing is a social network for fashion. Thank you very much.
Next we have Buddy Up, representing Tagum.
Here's another story. I'm Lairo and I shall narrate it to you guys. So, this happened to my friend. He had a problem in his lungs and the doctor prescribed the right drugs. But the pharmacy, they gave him a certain variant which had LSD. So, he's been addicted to it ever since. Now, this is a problem which we are facing in Sri Lanka. Okay, the right expertise does not get linked with the consumer, and in the end, we have a big fault in our society. So, our solution, what it really does, it will link you to the most productive person who can provide you that service. So, we will be using community ratings and of course the location so that you can access that person very easily. You will get to know the competition among your peers, how you perform, and most of all, it will make these people, these skilled personnel, go into a more productive nature. So they will not deceive the consumers. That's our aim. So join us in our endeavor to build a more productive country, more productive personnel. Thank you.
Next we have A-Team, representing Car Talk.
Presenting the idea of a car talk. So again, like I said, you go to a car sale and the guy there goes, "Sir, this car is awesome, this car has this car has that," and it's just too much information. Right? So it's the same thing in a service station. You go to repair your car, just one part of your car, and the service station guy goes, "Okay, so if you want to repair this, you're going to have to repair that and that and that, so on." So it's just too much of a hassle, and in the end you just end up repairing more of your car than you really want. But what if the next time you go to either of those places and the guy goes, "Sir," and you can just go, "All right, stop, shut up, let the car do the talking." Right? So that's what we're trying to implement here at our team. It's called Car Talk, and basically what happens is that you communicate with your car through the mobile application, and it's like, that's basically what happens. So with this, I can assure you that there will be less cheating, less lies, less rip-offs, and much less surprises. That's basically what happens. Just talk with your car. That's it. Thank you.
Next we have the last one. Lee Charger, representing EV Charger.
Hi everyone, I'm again Charger from Y Charger, and now you know that what we are facing problem today most. Losing our chargers or in adapters. No ever again. So why we say that? Because we know the technology to do that thing. We are going to make a prototype on wireless charging pretty soon. So how it works? As I said previously, it will work on a same as the Wi-Fi networking thing. Y-Charger hotspot available in your office area, and then your employees can get wireless charging authentication. So outside people never get into that, don't forget that. So that's how we are going to work, and that's our strength. So if you would like to join with us, please check our prototype soon. Just call us, we are there. Thank you very much for your time.
All right, thank you everybody. We're going to go ahead and stay in your seats. We're going to take the time to calculate the score. Next, we're going to have the top 3 people announced, and we're going to have each person come up. You can invite your entire team, and it's going to be a question-answer forum. All the judges, everybody in the back who didn't necessarily get to rank, but you guys listened to the ranking, you guys are all welcome to ask questions. And we're going to have about 3 minutes, and you can ask any questions you would like about what their plan is, the details of their solution, what their next steps are. Thank you.
So it's essentially clarification on the idea, right? The first one you pitched augmented reality, right? So that's trying on clothing, seeing how you look in a shirt and whatever. The second one was more about social, gathering social feedback on past users of product. I have various views on one might work, one might not work, but I'd like clarity on what exactly the
problem with retail is when you try to have it all virtual, it doesn't actually work. They've been trying it for a long time. If you've done a little bit of research, or if you're from that industry, you know that actually entirely online or entirely virtual doesn't really work. So what I was pitching was not entirely augmenting or using cameras or anything of the sort, but it was all actually getting the social feedback. So the social element was actually what I was pitching. So essentially social is the right answer out of those two.
So great, I like the concept. If I understood correctly, you're saying, hey, you're going to have a mechanism by which you know that each style, you'll get data analytics around it, and you're going to then kind of feed that in. But the burning question is, how do you do it? What's the cost-effective way? What do you have in mind in terms of actually capturing that data?
Essentially, the hard part would be actually getting all the information in. So we'd have to run on a premium model, basically something like Facebook. You get all the users in. So basically, like you get the users in as well as all the clothing stores in. They get the people who actually have it online. You actually just report the data, and then when the people actually start using the data, you can start getting all the analytics. And then we can start generating revenue. Your question was related to revenue, am I right? Or can I clarify the question and answer?
That's a good point. We get to revenue, but I was wondering, even before revenue, your thought process of how you're going to get to the data. And I think you mentioned, if I clarify from what you mentioned, that's the idea you think about. Are you thinking of, because if someone buys something online, you already capture quite a bit of data. You know who bought it, and you can do a social, you just have to do a connect, right? You can incentivize saying, hey, give me your basic profile when you buy online. And now all of a sudden you know that data from us. Is that what you had in mind?
Social. So when you buy online, yes, that data is already there. But let's say hypothetically the scanning of the code, that also comes in. So this number of people have scanned this item, and thereby this item is actually hot these days. So using all the online and actual real physical data, you integrate it all together, do the analytics, do your smart algorithms, and use that to show that these stuff are hot and these stuff are not.
How do you know what the bottom is? Scan when they want to try it out.
Still, if you scan it, that means there's some kind of interest, and that's also important in retail fashion.
How many checked it out?
You were saying you're going to use QR code to capture the style.
Hypothetically, if
right? So if you look at the manufacturers of the retailers, they really have a number, thousands and thousands of styles, right? And obviously across
customers or the retailers, the styles are different. So how can you neatly identify using QR code?
When I pitched the QR code idea, I mentioned that it was a hypothetical idea. Obviously, we will need to get into more depth because there are a lot of numbers in there. But even using the QR code model, you could relate it to a single unique ID and thereby hooking it up. So of course, in terms of technicalities, we do need to work more on it, on how it's actually going to be implemented in the future. But since this is still the idea phase of it, it's the thought that counts, I believe. Sorry.
Yeah, so earlier of course I didn't go to the details, so let me just go to the details. So what this uses is actually what you call an OBD. Like in the car, you have something called onboard diagnostics. So through this is where we are going to plug it into the car, and we can get the data or the information about the car into a central server and the mobile application, and we can have a go at all that data as much as we like. That's basically what's going to happen.
How are you going to convince the car owners to actually use your system and provide you with that data?
Yeah, of course. Mainly, if you're talking about the customer base for this product, of course, everyone who owns a car, and by everyone I mean everyone who owns a car that's registered, a car after 2001, because that's when the OBD module came into place. So everyone who owns a car like that is actually a customer of this product. So basically, the car talks with us. It tells us everything. We just plug it in, and we can get every information about the engine, the fuel consumption, driver patterns, everything. So these kind of things are obviously we need these kind of things when we're dealing with a service station, or we're going to buy a new car, or instances like that. Or like as I told you previously, when we have a situation where the car breaks down, obviously it's hard for us, to know what's exactly wrong with the car. But this, we can predetermine what's going on with the car. The car tells us if we get in a freak accident, we don't know when accidents happen. So if we get in an accident, the car actually tells us, okay, what needs to be done next, or if we should contact the nearby mechanic. And also it talks with our car dealership so that they can back us up in this regard.
Is it a flat connection you provide to your car, or it's Wi-Fi?
That's basically that, because we cut a dongle like thing into the OBD and do it. Not yet.
How far along are you?
Honestly, we're just in the idea phase, but we're like, all of us in our team, we've like touched the area before. So basically we have developed similar things to this using the same concept and technology, but we still haven't addressed this problem in particular. So that's what we hope to do.
Currently, global manufacturers that what you avoid manufacturing warranty by example.
I'm sorry?
What you do, whatever you prompt to read the OBD, does that void manufacturing?
No. Obviously not.
Are you sure? No, because right now, sorry, just to clarify the question, I think I was asking now, currently our understanding of this is, if you go to Toyota, for example, they have what seems to be a proprietary kind of device that they plug into your car and they get this information, right? So anyone can, and I haven't done the research, but you're saying that device is openly available for anyone to purchase.
Yeah, just scan the data.
Scan. You are doing it. I think the question was by another third party actually plug it in. Does that by any way what is the word? Maybe you don't know the answer, but if you have a brand new car, it's called OBD2. So anyone can plug in. If you have the protocol, you can extract the details. So it's an open protocol. OBD2. Everyone can extract the details if you know how to communicate. That's it. It was made open and it is the standard for every car. Just one. Is this just used with the mobile, or are you going to upload this data to a server?
We have to upload it to the server. For analysis, you can just communicate and get all the details from the phone, but it is too technical. It's very technical. The details are so technical, so we have to send it to a server, analyze it, and then give the output. Excuse me.
How do you guys hope to earn money?
Yeah, from the customer base, if a
guy owns a single car, he can just give it for free. If he wants to register his second car, he can ask him to pay. And we also can sell this product to fleet managers. And
they have been paid for the product or paid for the service?
USB is your product. What's your product? The application and the fleet management system is the product. And it's in it's a whole system.
Thank you very much. Great job and great team support. Love it. Next, we'd like to have child safety come up.
There are similar products, but there aren't products that kids would love. They're totally off the table in terms of ergonomics that kids would love.
Have you done a research to say that kids love this?
What's the base? It's based on the ergonomics that Legos use for building their toys. So something of the sort. We should make it cool for the kids to wear. And without taking care of those things, kids are not going to be interested in buying something that is going to be helpful for the parents.
So just to clarify, this is pure concept. Right now, have you done any prototyping, or have you done anything that is
we're still working on it. It's still conceptual because this round is purely for ideations.
Right. So I'm trying to get your competency in terms of wearables.
Yes, we have researched into it, and we have come up with GPS modules that we will be needing, and we have sort of come up with our own design, and we are just at the verge of refining it in terms of ergonomics, like I mentioned, because we want to make a big hit out of this. The design is key. It's basically the idea that we have for now is to develop it as a bracelet for the kids. So primarily the target that we are having on the customer segment is the parents of toddlers. Because those are the kind of kids that can't articulate their needs or find out where they have to go and the same sort. So if we can make it in such a way that babies, like I mentioned, of the age below 2 or 3 years of age, love it, then that's a big hit for us.
I hadn't researched this prior, right? But I heard from kind of around that there are
several solutions that you can attach to your school bag, that you can attach to your whatever that you carry on. But
solutions more on the wrist are available. So I think not as France right now, but as you move through, I would urge you to think about, look at those solutions carefully, understand the price point, because I heard $50 price point, that's about 5,000 rupees, and see how you would take along that spectrum, and what additional value you bring in.
Also, just quick reaction, if you're saying your segment is toddler segment, you don't need to be
primary.
But then you don't have to worry about the decision making of the toddler. You know what I mean? Some of the economics and whatnot.
Yeah, but then
it will even be something that's hidden complete.
Yeah, but then, for example, if I could say my own experience, if you buy a blue-colored doll for a baby girl, she would definitely not love it.
Come on, you see the point. Something else.
What I'm trying to say is that the key for this product is its design, so we're still working on it to refine the final product. Thank you.
Adam.
Is it okay if I bring my TV over here? Tag it.
You've got an interesting set of friends, right?
First time I heard your pitch today, I got a sense that I've heard it before. I think there was a similar idea last year as well. So what I would want to hear, if not today, moving through the program, is really what are you going to bring onto the table that is going to actually do it differently. And I think where a lot of these web platforms fail is really adoption and getting subscribers on board. How are you going to do that? Because there's plenty of stuff on the internet, people just don't find it.
Okay, so regarding how to get it to the community. Now, I'll use a small example to illustrate this. Not an example like the previous case. Now, my friend over here, my friend over here has built a similar thing like Windows media player, and it's very different, but he's not known for it. So our first target would be to target those indie developers, the guys who bring those services, but they are not known to the community. They bring those awesome stuff, but they are not known. So first we target them. Then by doing in a similar fashion, we are not only targeting professionals, we are targeting students who, not only students, it could be the guy, in the road who's mending the shoe, it could be anyone. So,
sorry, the real answer will be something that none of us are thinking to right now, but I'm just trying to get your collective thinking process and your logic, right? From all the myriad of things you could choose to do this kind of connection, where do you see the biggest opportunity right now in Sri Lanka in terms of what your addressable market will be? Which profession or which technicality or whatever, right? Where you started with a doctor, not being able to find the right doctor, that's obviously not practical, right? You're not going to go look for the proper doctor online for this. There's each channel, it's a different segment altogether. The next example was about a pharmacist. Again, that doesn't make sense, right? Because you know a good pharmacist versus not, and you actually don't know. You just know whether it's health card, you go and buy whatever it is. So none of those examples you brought up, all the comical, didn't necessarily validate or actually give you the sense of any practical reason to use your solution. So I'm trying to get you to now think a bit more seriously and say, great, out of all the things, what is it? And I think there was another team that was thinking of the same, right? It was like a carpentry or skill-based stuff. It seemed very similar even within this segment. There's another team that's thinking of doing the same thing. I think you guys are more animated, so you kind of came up here. But I'm getting you to think, what is that? Is it plumbing? Is it ELANs? That's already there, right? You think about doing whatever. You get my point.
Yes, I know a lot of guys from my university who have a lot of talent, and the thing is, their talent just dies off with time because they don't find the limelight. They don't have the proper exposure. So this app will actually help us to make a list. If I search for software engineers to get a job done, it will actually help me find the best people of that in that field in my location, in close proximity, and it will actually rate the best people and it will put them on top of the list. It will create a list because that list will be generated by the services that they have been rendered. Because who would rate the community.
All right, thank you very much. We're going to take a break here. We're going to decide. Thank you, Tagam, and thank you to all the 4 teams. We're going to take a break and decide who out of the 4 who our top 2 most viable ideas, and then we're going to break into the round tables where the mentors are going to come around and discuss your ideas for 5 minutes. I'll be very strict about this so you guys can meet all the multiple teams. There are about 16 teams, so we can allocate 1 mentor per team, and then every 5 minutes we'll switch so everyone gets an opportunity to get a chance to talk to you. All right, thank you very much. Again, as Car Talk. All right, thank you guys. Teams, stay in your tables. We'll be sending mentors your way, and we'll be breaking up every 5 minutes. Thank you very much.
But this is essentially just for you as you go around to speak with all of the teams. Each team's name is listed, their members, and the ideas they presented. And so we've advised them to actually speak with you particularly about their top idea, since you only have 5 minutes. But as you go around, please feel free to talk with them, and we'd really appreciate it if you could give their idea a go or no-go rating, as well as you may want to hold off on this until you've spoken to more of them, but if you could let us know which teams you would most prefer to mentor, from 1 as being your first choice to 16 as being your least preferred. We'll follow up with you personally and try to match you up with a team whose goals and ideas resonate with you personally. So thank you very much.